What's up, bros? Kobe Cheese here with another Heroes of the Storm full game commentary. This time we're going to be playing some Tyrael. Now, Tyrael is a warrior, as they classify it, which basically just means he's a tank. The idea behind Tyrael is that you are somewhat of a supporty type tank. You have a lot of abilities that will kind of help save your allies, in my opinion. Essentially, that's what it is. So, let's go ahead and jump out here. I'm going to go into the top lane. Normally on Dragonshire, you want to have 2 top, 1 mid, and 2 bottom. That way you can fight over those capture points, and then your mid, hopefully, can easily hold off their opponent and grab that Dragon Shrine if you guys are able to cap it. Also, once you cap the sides, you can have people fold in from the top or from the bottom to help out mid. So there's a lot of options from that. Now you can see we're getting very aggressive here in the early game. I'm probably going to die here. I did not realize they had another person there in the bush. I feel like every one of my videos starts off with me dying. No, that's not the case, but I do like to get aggressive early on and get those quick kills because you do have such a low respawn timer anyhow. Obviously, it's not good if I am the one dying, but either way, you can kind of see that this game is very fast-paced. It's all about getting that aggression going. Can't win games by being completely passive. So, Tyrael, tank. He didn't feel like a tank. When I first started playing him, I was like, man, he's going to be like an assassin. I'm going to be running in and trying to crush people's faces. And you can definitely take some talents that give you more damage on some of your abilities at sacrificing some survivability. However, it's probably best to go for more of a tanky setup. That way you can just kind of survive in team fights and things like that. I'm not the best at Tyrael. I haven't played him enough to really just completely crush every single game, but I feel like I have gotten the hang of him enough to where I'm at least able to outplay most of the other ones that I see. So let's go ahead and talk about some of Tyrael's abilities as I have a chance to. So his first one here, the little Q, is a sword that you will place down, and it does damage. Think of it kind of like Jarvan if you play League of Legends, and like Jarvan's flag essentially, except instead of needing 2 abilities, it's just 1. You place down the sword, it does damage. You click it again, and you will be teleported to that sword, and ooh, nice. Here we are. Oh, punted. You push it again, you'll be teleported to the sword, once again doing damage, so it can do damage twice. It's a nice little thing to jump into the middle of team fights and start an engagement onto an enemy. You can also use it for an escape. Let's say, I've seen some pretty cool jukes where you can put it over a wall, run the opposite direction, they keep chasing you, and then you activate it. Since you can choose when to activate it, you can go ahead and activate that and do some pretty interesting things with it. Now, I'm already up here on the fort. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to take it out before my dragon is dead. I have a little bit more time. 8 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Oh, got to get out of there. About to go down. Dragon Knight slain. I should have got out of there a little bit sooner. So we're going to use that sword to teleport away. And hopefully I can make it out. And we got a nice shield from our Abathur keeping me alive there. I'm going to peace out as much as I possibly can. Sweet. All right. So let's talk about his next one. I'm going to go ahead and go. Let's see. I'm still kind of ponderous about what are the best abilities to grab here. You can actually buff up. He's got a little ability here that can link to his allies. I can buff up my little sword attack that I was just telling you guys about. I also have a shield. So let's talk about this W. So the way it works is kind of like it reminds me of Scion. You turn on this shield and it will block a certain amount of damage, and after the shield is broken or after it expires, it explodes, dealing area damage around you. One of the cool things that you can do, a nice little simple combo, is you can throw your sword down, turn on your shield, and then when your shield's about to blow up, you can jump in once again with that sword, and boom, you do quite a lot of burst damage from that little combo right there as it is. Now, what I think Tyrael really shines in, or where I think Tyrael really shines, is when you're continually staying around your allies, because pretty much your last ability here, your last non-heroic ability, is this little link that you can place onto your allies, and it gives your ally a shield and also causes you to absorb the damage for your ally. Your ally will not take that damage. You will absorb it, and you'll take it at like a 20% rate. So it's not like you're just taking full damage and killing yourself. It's a really good way to go into team fights, and you put it on to your squishy assassins, and you just what was I doing there? I don't know if I just didn't see that Zeratul when I was playing this game. Whatever. So I did not see Zeratul, but I guess I just wanted to go straight for that dragon shrine. I didn't feel like messing with him. In any case, Zeratul is great. So you get this little link here. You place it on your allies. They get that shield, and you go super tanky mode, and you're a big menace. You do a pretty decent amount of damage. I'd say Zeratul is probably not the best tanky champion or the best tanky hero. He's more of a good balance between an assassin fighter and a tank, I would say. And of course, that also depends on how you build him. Like I said, there's a couple of talents. Oh, there we go. I just did my ultimate. So you saw I took my ultimate there. And the ultimate that I like to take is a charge. It has a really sweet range on it, and it charges and pushes everyone else away other than your target, and it stuns your target for a pretty decent amount of time. Works out really nicely. I don't know if I'm going to get away from that. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get away from that. So, ultimate's pretty cool. You use it to charge enemies down. You can kind of dash into the back line, shove away all of their support for their assassins, and just go straight for that assassin and be a nuisance for that particular person. You have that shield on, so you're reducing the damage that you're taking and stuff like that. So, a couple of little different options for you on that. His other ultimate is it's basically you channel, so you can't move, and everyone but you will take no damage. It's like, think of it as a Kale ultimate, except for the entire team that you channel, I guess. That's the best way I can think of it. And boom, ultimate, gonna kill the enemy Tyrael. So you may notice every time I die or the enemy Tyrael dies, you kind of go into this little ghost form. And this is a pretty cool little passive. So once Tyrael dies, he's kind of like a Kog'Maw. He floats around for a little while, and he will explode after just a little bit of time. Because actually later on you can modify your passive to where you gain a massive amount of move speed while dead, and then for every enemy that you hit, you actually take off of your revive time. So you can basically come back into the battle pretty quick. So there we go. I'm putting the shield onto our ETC, who, by the way, is also a tank. And got away. So what I'm going to do here, now, there's this Zealotry passive, which I think is really dumb. It increases the duration of your shield, and of course it gives you more explosion damage, but it's just going to make it harder for that shield to actually be used in a quick burst damage situation. What I like to do is take the other one, which will help me out a little bit more in my opinion. Now, let's go into this team fight, see what I can do. I kind of linked that up onto my squishy assassin. Notice there in the back we got the Demon Hunter just pelting away, doing as much work as possible. I don't want her to take any damage at all. And I'm pretty much out of mana right now. This is a bad situation for me to be in, so I'm going to go ahead and peace out. Oh, damn! And I almost got hooked. Looks like our Demon Hunter got pretty much destroyed there. That was a bad team fight for us. So this is a pretty close game so far. A lot of the videos that I've shown so far have been pretty, I think, fairly one-sided because we are crushing it so hard. But this is an example of a game that is not so much in that case. I think that we may. It's hard to say. We got a team here that is pretty evenly balanced. They've got this Stitches here, which is being really annoying. He's hard to kill whenever I'm a tank and he's a tank. We're both like sitting here regenning. There we go. We got Uther coming in. Uther, if you watch my Uther video, he does so much damage. And then he heals. It's like, what are you going to do? Oh, that was a nice hook there. The Stitches is being them bitches. Them Stitches are bitches. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't mind me, bros. Anyhow, come back in here, see if I can go ahead and get a little bit of regen going on. And I don't want them to take that dragon, but I think they are going to. I can't really hold them off. They've got two people there. I'm already a bit low on life, and Stitches probably took his regeneration passive. So I believe that what I did this particular game was I went for more of a damage setup than a tanky setup. after playing the game a little bit longer, I would say most likely you would just want to stick with the passives that give you more survivability, just because that's what you want to be doing, is sitting in the middle of a fight and shielding up your allies as much as possible. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up this Merc camp, try and get some siege minions going, and maybe we can push back out, although the Stitches is really hard to get out of the lane. He's just super tanky. Alright.
An ally has been slain.
Looks like he did his sprint ability to jump out of there with his ultimate. That's actually a really nice combo. I have not seen a Stitches do that before. Normally Stitches will just, well, a lot of people actually just take passives that help out their abilities, but that's an active talent he can take where he gets a little bit of a sprint, and then he combos it with his ultimate, which slows you down when you're inside of it, so that's pretty interesting. Anyhow, looks like they actually took the siege ogres as well, and they are just all over us in every single lane. It's hard for me to figure out where to go. I'm kind of going out solo a lot here, and that's really not what you want to do as Tyrael. You can make it so difficult for the enemies to actually fight your allies if you can have a grouped up siege. But they're doing a good job of kind of splitting up our forces all around the map. We may be able to take out Stitches here. We've got 3 people on him. No, he did his sprint again, but he came back in. Maybe I can do something here. I'm going to see if I can get a stun off. Ah, he's so out of range. And there it is. Boom. There's the charge and the stun. Come on, let's take him out. Oh, he's so tanky, but we got him. Finally, it only took 4 of us and a couple of ultimates to finish him off. But now we need those for this team fight, I think. I'm going to go ahead and... Looks like I'm shielding up our other tank, which is not really the person I want to put that on, but it's not a big deal at the moment. Our Abathur copied him as well, so they took out the Abathur first, which is weird. I probably should go ahead and hold out my shield for either Zeratul, oh goodness, maybe for myself, I don't know. Either for Zeratul or for our Demon Hunter. Just want to make sure and play it safe here. I'm a little bit low on life. I'm going to keep running in and shielding. So after reviewing this footage, I'm not really shielding the right targets. I guess I'm just shielding whoever they are targeting. It doesn't seem like they're actually targeting our assassins, so not a big deal. No one extremely important actually died. In fact, no one died in that fight, so we were able to take out a fort. We got the Dragon Knight, so we are doing good. It looks like we're going to make a little bit of a pushback here. We are very even. Both teams are level 18 at the moment. Go ahead and put down little bit of frontline assaults. Hopefully I can take off some pressure off of our Demon Hunter. She's gotten really low. Hopefully he doesn't get a hook off here. And I'm going to go ahead and get him to try and hold off and chase me just a little bit longer. I'm going to go a different direction. That way he doesn't keep chasing the Demon Hunter. Alright, good to go. So we made a nice little escape. We had the Dragon Knight. We got ourselves a fort as well. So overall, a pretty successful push there. Now, I've taken another talent, which I like to do sometimes, and this one is a damage talent. You'll notice I have that one ability, and whenever I activate it, it gives my auto attacks an extra like 50 fire damage or something along those lines. And it costs me mana while active, but either way, it's just a good way to just clear people out quicker. Since I am so tanky, I just want to sit there and stay alive as long as possible and get as many auto attacks off as possible. Boom! I'm going to run into the middle of the fight, try and get them to focus me down instead of my allies, but this is a pretty bad situation. I got destroyed completely because when I jumped in, everyone else was kind of already ready to get out of there. So not the best fight for me, but now we have ETC along with Abathur's copy of himself. ETC doesn't do a lot of damage. He's actually way tankier than Tyrael is, but he has a lot of control options. You can do the little dash there and the pushback. I don't know if we're going to actually finish off any of them. This is unfortunate. And meanwhile, we are losing our stuff on the bottom lane to 4 Siege Ogres. Oh, man, what a painful thing to watch here. So I'm telling my team right now, I was like, man, we gotta go get those mercs because they are crushing us. Yeah, we are getting just hurt so bad by those merc camps. They're not really that tanky. They'll die very quickly, but if you leave them alone for a while, they will just mess up your day.
An ally has been slain.
So I believe I took the talent that modifies my ultimate to give it a lower cooldown and I think either more range or more damage or something like that. So hopefully that'll allow me to chase down those enemies who are just about to run away. That's what I like to do. Just use it for chasing down the running enemies. It's funny to watch myself play Tyrael after having played other assassin champions that can clear out waves quicker, but he does have a decent amount of wave clear since you have those 3 AoE abilities that you can use. And that's, again, where he kind of shines in team fights. Like I said, you're doing damage to everyone, and that's always very important whenever you're in a situation where you need to help out the team as much as possible. I feel like I might be tanky enough to finish off this Zeratul, but he does a lot of damage himself. Oh, looks like he put me in stasis. I'm going to have to peace out. Now that his Malfurion is on the way, I cannot stay in any longer because I'm not going to be able to defend that. So they are going to get that Dragon Shrine until I'm able to get some backup from an ally. Hopefully we can get the Demon Hunter and or ETC to come down here. And, oh yeah, let's catch him. Let's catch him. I don't have my ultimate up yet. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be walking away from that, but we should be able to walk down here and grab this capture point. But they have 3 down here as well. This could be bad. I'm going to get sniped by the Zeratul. Doing a little bit of damage with my passive, at least. I was able to help them finish off at least 2 of the enemies. So we lost, I think that was a 1-for-2 trade, if I'm not mistaken. Abathur was able to copy up the Demon Hunter. But meanwhile, up top lane, we've got a large Merc camp coming in. Hopefully we can at least get a fort here, because I feel like they're probably going to take our fort up the top lane. Abathur clone goes down, no big deal, and the fort is fallen, so that's good. That was a good one for us, and I think they're actually going to be able to get Stitches. Spoke too soon. So Stitches, wow, look at that healing done. So interesting thing about Stitches with his ultimate, later on he gets a way to modify it. Oh wow, he didn't, what did he, like, go AFK in that bush? Maybe they'll finish him off. Maybe they'll finish him off. Come on. Yep, there we go. I think he made a mistake. He was probably trying to back is what was happening, and we did not allow that to happen. Doesn't seem like we lost our fort. So I'm going to come in here and finish off this Merc camp before they do any work. In fact, our tower is like 1 hit from dying, it looks like. It might actually still die anyways. No, stop it. Stop it from happening. Down in the bottom, there's a little bit of a battle for that dragon capture point. They control both shrines. Hopefully we can get one back before they actually take it. I don't know why I jumped off my horse there. Oh, there it is. Got the ultimate off. And let's jump. Oh, damn. I got juked. I bet you he takes that shrine right now. No, he doesn't. Never mind. We got ETC in there. And the Demon Hunter holding it off. So even if you can't control the 2 shrines, if you're able to hold them off from actually capping the dragon, that definitely works as well. Not for super long time, but let's go ahead and see if this is free and open. Doesn't seem like anyone is around to kind of hold on to it. And we control both shrines. Let's get that dragon going, bros. I'm gonna hold on to my positioning here for just a second. I don't think anyone's coming in. In fact, we're actually getting shoved in the bottom lane here. What is Stitches doing? I guess Stitches is gonna keep us from actually capping the dragon. Oh, and we have Zeratul coming in from behind. That's a little bit of a gank on me. I need to be careful there. I am in stasis at the moment. Continually taking damage here, damage over time, and Malfurion on the way, and I'm not looking too good. That's going to take me down, and I'm going to see if I can kill off Zeratul, but I don't have enough damage. He did have the heal from Malfurion, so that's unfortunate. And bottom lane, we were able to defend that. Looks like ETC came in with Abathur clone and finished him off. Hopefully he can take out those siege ogres before any of the enemy team comes down, but I think they are just controlling this dragon area here and not allowing us. There you go. They got both shrines. They're going to get the Dragon Knight. That is unfortunate. And ETC has to get out of there. Oh my goodness. Oh, never mind. They saved him. So that's definitely going to be a couple of walls shut down, though. I'm pretty sure there's no way we're going to stop him from demolishing that particular battalion. What am I trying to say? Battlement. They're going to destruct the battlement. So Tyrael isn't one of those crazy action assassination type of heroes, but if you like if you have some good team fight skills, you feel like your team is up to the challenge, and you really want somebody who is going to hold things down. He does a really good job. I kind of think that it's not the playstyle I personally prefer, but I've been against some Tyraels that are very big nuisance. Go ahead and get out of there. Put on the shield to myself. Helps me survive just enough damage to not actually die. And let's heal up. I'm going to wait around for a little bit. Come on, let's get that health back. I want to go back into the fight. Let's do this. Alright, shield him up, shield him up, shield him up. Okay, they didn't kill him right away. I'm going to come back in here, do a little bit of area damage. I'm still waiting on my cooldowns. So there's not a lot I can do other than just auto attack at the moment, which is pretty much what you do. And here we go. Got pulled in with a hook. I don't know if we can defend this. It looks like this is probably going to be GG as much as... I mean, they are super tanky. They've got Tyrael and Stitches is hard enough to kill as it is. Now Fearin healing them up with Tychus. Tychus is a tank. Basically, he's a tanky ranged character. And I got wrecked. Wasn't able to defend it either. Our ETC, I mean, he's tankier than I am, but he's not going to have as much damage. Here we go, here we go. There's a Demon Hunter pushing away with her ultimate, doing as much as possible. Let's see if she can actually finish off Stitches, but now she's getting crushed by Tychus. She's got to get out of there. He was doing big work on her face, and now we have the minions to deal with. This is getting bad, and their siege is just continuous because of Malfurion's heals. We don't actually have a healer on our side. If we had a healer like that, it would be much easier for us to actually hold this off. But the problem is that they have so much more sustain than us. So here we go. I think we might actually be able to take out Tychus. He kind of came in, got a little bit off on his own, but he's able to kind of get away. No! And Stitches throwing down the poison area all over the place, which slows us down, makes it harder for us to chase around everyone else while taking constant damage ourselves. Tychus doing work onto our palace, and I think that's probably GG very soon if they keep attacking it. Malfurion do some auto attacks as well, and there's the big AoE stun. Finally, we have our healer. Now we can finally sustain just a little bit more, but it's too little, too late, because Zeratul comes in and gets the kill on the palace. But there you go, guys. That is Tyrael. Quite a bit of fun if you like the tanky setup. Not really my playstyle, but an interesting champion nonetheless. Kind of that mix, like I said, between warrior and a fighter assassin type of thing. So I'll see you guys around for the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out, bros.